Sachi, is that the one-eyed girl?
Come to think of it, I don't remember her whole name. Oh, right. Usui Sachi.
Sachi, huh? Well, she can be Sachan then. And when you finally introduce her to me, I'll call her Sachan. Okay.
That reminds me, when I first met Akimi, she immediately gave me the nickname Makun, and she didn't seem to care that I'd only known her for about a minute. Not that I dislike her, but the speed at which she gets close to people is a bit unsettling, to say the least. You're deciding on a nickname for her before you've even met her?
Well, I'm not the only one who's gonna go meet her. Makun, hurry up and introduce her to us so I don't have to worry about befriending her on my own. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. In that case, I'd better hurry so Akimi doesn't have to think too hard and risk shorting out her brain.
Wow.
Jeez.
My brain isn't going to short out. Hey, wait a minute.
Good luck. Thanks. I glance at the whining Akimi before packing up my lunchbox and leaving the classroom. Of course, there's no guarantee I actually will find her. Sachi is probably just finishing her lunch by now, and I'm sure she'll go somewhere else when she does. There's also the possibility that she chose to eat somewhere else in order to avoid me. I guess I won't know until I go, though.
She probably actually was hoping he would show up again because he's the only one who pays attention to her.
Yeah.
It's probably what they're doing with this.
All right, she's here after all. Same place, same frightened look. Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Is she on guard again, this time? She seems calmer than she did yesterday. It looks like she just finished her lunch. Her lunchbox is closed. Now what do I do? I suppose I should think of something to say, first of all. I'm not trying to scare you or anything. I just want to be friends, you know?
Friends?
Yeah, friends. I'm a jerk. Her darting eye tells me that she still doesn't have her trust yet. That I still don't have her trust yet. Ugh. The only thing I can tell for sure is that she's suspicious of me. Yeah, do you not want me here?
You don't have to leave, but...
In that case, I can talk with you for the rest of the lunch break.
Okay.
Great. She hasn't rejected me yet.
Good job.
Good. Pat yourself on the back. All right, thanks. I sit down on the stairs next to her, same as yesterday. What were we talking about yesterday? Oh, right, something about books?
Yeah, books.
You like reading books, right? Do you read manga and stuff?
I like reading novels, mostly. Just novels.
I see. So you don't like manga then?
Kind of stuck on that. No, I like them. It's just... I don't have any money for manga. Novels either. I borrow books from the library. The school's library, I mean, they don't have manga.
My school library had manga.
Oh, cool. I just, for part of high school, worked in a library.
That's fair, too.
And they had manga.
Yeah. So that's it. Hey, if you want, I can lend you some of mine. I have a few novels, too. Not just manga. But I figured that she'd be more interested in what she hasn't gotten as much of a chance to read.
I think this guy's just a nerd.
Really hung up on giving her manga.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. What genres do you like? I mean, I don't have a ton, but my collection's not that small either. I could lend you some of my favorites.
And he hands her a pile of hentai doji. Is it really okay? You shouldn't go out of your way for me.
I said it's fine. It's really not a big deal. I'm just happy we have something in common.
We can both read.
Yeah, we both have eyes.
Don't! No! You said plural too, so it's like extra offensive. I see. Thank you very much.
She's smiling now.
Kinda.
If you have some you want to read, let me know. What genres do you like? You've already asked this.
Any genre is fine. besides scary stories or painful ones. Yeah, don't hit her with the book.
Horror's a no-go then, huh? You don't have a favorite genre?
Sorry.
There's no reason to apologize. Alright, the book you were reading yesterday, what was it? Can you let me see it?
Oh, this?
She points at the book she laid aside next to her.
It's a science fiction book.
Sci-fi? You don't look like you'd be interested in that sort of thing. I read those too, actually.
I really don't care about, genre. If it's interesting, I'll read it.
She'll listen to all kinds of music except country and rap.
Is that really?
It's the book equivalent of this.
Everything but horror?
Yeah, no horror or anything painful.
Mm.
Anything that's interesting is good, right? This looks like a good book. Anyway, I'll try to choose some I think you'll like. Why don't I bring some of the ones I usually recommend to people?
Okay, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. By the way, how is this book? I've heard of it before, but I've never actually read it.
It's okay, I guess.
There's a lot less tension between us now than there was yesterday. There's still so much tension between you.
Yeah.
Like this guy is, it feels like he's getting way too full of himself way too quickly.
Yeah, it's okay. She's sitting here eating lunch, and this guy that she's only seen twice, just kind of plops down next to her. Is like, "Have you read manga? Do you know my favorite anime? Let me tell you about it." It's like, come on, guy.
Her voice is still shaky and afraid, but it looks like she's becoming a lot more comfortable with me. She may not be used to talking with other people, but it doesn't seem like she's opposed to a good conversation. And then the bell interrupts us. That's a good Japanese bell. Time to go already, huh? But at least I was able to talk to her more. That's something to be happy about. I feel like that first sentence, like before the question mark, could have been an actual text box. But if you did that, you'd drop the but and then capitalize the at and make that its own secondary, like internal speech. But I just feel like there's a lot of writing in here that I'm bothered by. You just keep noticing it.
You're becoming a kinetic novel editor.
Oops, we should probably get going.
Right.
The two of us stand up and start heading down the stairs. Come back here tomorrow, okay? I'll bring the manga I promised.
Oh, okay. Mamoru-senpai?
Yeah? I stop on the steps and turn back towards Sachi. Her voice is so quiet that it's hard to hear over the sound of our footsteps.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong because I'm just sort of looking at it in English phonics. It's probably Mamoru, I think.
What do I keep calling him, Mamoru?
I think so. That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
I'm really sorry.
It'd probably be Mamoru, in all fairness. I don't know, really.
I don't know, it's just very often it's an emphasis on the first syllable, and English doesn't do that. So, I don't know.
Really, I don't mind lending out one or two books.
It's not that. Coming up here to talk to me,
What is she getting at exactly? Usually when people offer to do nice things to you, you say thanks, not sorry.
Thanks, dude. Not
that you have to bow or anything like that. Actually, I should be thanking you for talking to me.
Sorry.
There you go. Again.
Sorry. I mean, thanks. Thank you.
Yep, glad I can help. He puts his
I
hands on his hips and he
slow?
just walks away.
Like there's all these ellipses.
I don't know. Don't worry too much about it. We're descending the stairs as we talk, but before I know it, we're at the second floor, where my classroom is. She's got one more floor to go, since she's a first-year student. Alright, this is my stop. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sure, tomorrow then.
We go our separate ways. Sachi goes to the first floor, while I return to my classroom on this floor. Oh yeah, I forgot transitional pictures.
Keep doing that.
It seems so weird to me, I don't know. Well, I did it. I only just met her, but surprisingly, we actually made a promise to meet up again.
because you're gonna give her things.
Yeah, it's only been a day, but I feel like we've gotten much closer. While I'm in my afternoon classes, I think about what kind of manga I should lend her, and try to remember what's on my bookshelf.
That's his favorite part of this.
Quit giving her, just give her novels, you dick.
Or just give her, like, your favorite things and don't think about them too much.
And then the next day... Morning. I enter my classroom and notice that Akemi and Tomo are already here. They both seem very confused as they look from me to the paper bag I'm holding.
Did you vomit?
Yeah.
Whoa, Makun, what's that? Are you opening a store?
I was talking with Sachi a bit yesterday and I told her I'd lend her some manga. I think you brought a few too many. Tomo sounds more surprised than anything.
He's just got the complete series of, like, Naruto or something.
Yeah, it's all of Ranma. It's like 42 books just sitting in a brown paper bag. Yeah, I think maybe you're right. The medium-sized paper bag I brought along seems to be sagging under the weight of the manga inside.
Who even puts things in paper bags if you didn't just get it from a store?
I don't know. Didn't you notice how hard it was, how heavy it was when you tried to lift it? I guess I didn't somehow.
Is Sachan on an Amazon or something? She's gonna have a hard time carrying that bag home otherwise, you know. I kind of stumbled over that. I was like, I almost read it as on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm starting to worry about that myself. I don't think it'll be impossible for her, but it probably will be hard. Don't you think it would be better to give the books to her a few at a time? I guess so. I'll let her borrow them all eventually, I suppose. Aside from that, though, I've got something more urgent I need to take care of right now.
Actually, what we could do is he could offer to carry them home with her.
Yeah, he could potentially
Which would probably be a little too forward this soon, but, like, if he had, like, been a little more not weird and she wasn't terrified, like, that could have worked.
I quickly turn to Akemi and bow my head.
Huh? What's up?
Please, let me see your homework. You didn't do it. This is the second time today I've heard Tomo sounding surprised. It's a new record, I think. No, yesterday I was going through my bookshelf trying to find books I could lend to Sachi. I was flipping through each one to determine whether or not it would be good for her, and that's all I ended up doing last night. You're saying you spent the whole day reading manga instead of doing your homework? I suppose that's it in a nutshell, yeah. So, Akemi, help me out. Incidentally, there's a reason I'm asking Akemi. Despite the fact that she's kind of an airhead personality-wise, she's actually a really good student. I wouldn't say she's smart, exactly, but she does seem like the studious type. Studious?
Studious.
Studious is usually how that's pronounced, but I question if it could be studious.
I don't see why it would be.
I don't know. That's not to say that Tomoyori's grades are bad or anything, but it's easier to ask Akemi than him.
Because she likes to talk and socialize, and he would try to, not let you be a worthless fuck. Well, I guess I have to. I guess I'll think of it as an investment into my future rendezvous with Sachan.
Yeah, pay me to meet someone, you fucking... two-eye.
Okay.
Wait, don't put weird obligations on me.
No, I'm just setting the table so I can meet her sooner.
Setting the table? We're not going out to eat.
So you don't want to see my homework then?
I'll concentrate wholly on the work at hand, so please allow me to see it.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Are we immediately gonna jump into lunch again? Oh god.
I was thinking
okay, here's the thing, right? The dark screens get me the most. Because those ones feel like loading screens, like actual loading screens that are supposed to be sat on. But they're not. You are clearly supposed to click through.
What would they need to load? This game is images and text. Yeah,
it could happen though.
You don't have to physically walk a 3D model down the hall or something.
I don't know, it's just so weird. Lunchtime. Before I can think about which books I'm going to lend her, I have to haul all the manga I brought up to the stairway to the roof first.
Putting all my books on the roof.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hello? Mamoru-senpai, what's that?
Her gaze shifts onto my paper bag. Does it really stand out that much? I picked out some manga for you to read, but I guess I brought a few too many.
There are a lot.
Do you walk to school?
Yes.
I thought you might. I brought 2 or 3 different series, so go ahead and pick out what you want to read. You can take a few at a time. I don't want to overload you.
Is he just going to walk around with these books as her personal library for the rest of the school year?
Couldn't he put them in like a locker or something and not really worry about it?
I don't know, because they've got a place they keep their school shoes, but I don't know if they have a full-blown locker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry.
Nah, I'm the one who should be apologizing. Anyway, check these out.
Okay.
The bag crinkles as I dig my hand into it, and I pile up a tower of manga on the steps.
Let's play Jenga.
Sachi cautiously extends a hand toward the tower, but she looks like she's about to commit some grave sin. I guess she's never borrowed manga from anyone before. She looks scared for some reason. She starts to sort through them, and as she's reading the summaries and flipping through the pages of the books, her expression loosens up little by little.
This one looks really interesting.
Hey, there were only ellipses at the beginning of that sentence.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah.
There's the ellipses.
he's doing it in his brain now.
Oh, I saw a bunch of copies of this one lined up at the bookstore a little while ago. Full sentence almost. Yeah. This one, if I remember right, they say they're gonna make it into a movie.
So, did you find one you like?
Were you not listening?
Yeah.
Yes, they all look so interesting, I can't decide. This one and this one. Wait, no, this one.
I wait patiently as Sachi begins to fidget restlessly and turn her head to me for guidance. There's no hurry, you can pick whichever you want. The bell drowns out my sentence. More time had passed than I realized.
Sorry. Okay, I'll take this one and this one.
Hey, are you doing anything after school, or are you going right home?
Yeah, carry the books home with me.
Yeah.
I'm going straight home.
I can help you carry him to your house.
Smooth.
After class, wait for me at the school's gates.
Huh?
I hastily pack the manga back in the paper bag, and before she can say anything, I'm already heading down the stairs with the bag in my arms, running because it means that she doesn't have the chance to say no. I am walking this monster home. Just before I turn the corner, I catch a glimpse of Sachi and say, "See you after school."
Wait, senpai.
Having more or less forced this onto her, I leave the shaken Sachi and return to my classroom. He's such a dick.
Yeah.
This guy.
I hope that when he walks her home is underground or something.
After school.
Click.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. There was 4 because there was a black screen in there too. 4 transitionals to get to a dialogue box of ellipses.
Well, he's got to wait at the gates for her.
Yeah. I leave the school building carrying the heavy paper bag. I have no idea how far Sachi's house is from the school, but it wouldn't be right to make her carry all of this home. Come to think of it, I don't even know where her house is. I don't know what I'm going to do if it's far in the opposite direction of my own. No, I agreed to this. So even if it is in the opposite direction, I'll go all the way there. I really didn't think this through, though, did I?
Well, at least he'll be coming back without the giant fucking bag of books, so it won't be that hard.
I guess. Now that I think about it, it's like I'm tricking her into showing me where her house is. Isn't it kind of creepy if someone you've only known for a few days finds out where you live?
Took you a second, dude.
What if she does think I'm creepy? As I'm thinking about this, I leave the gates and survey the area. Where's Sachi?
She climbed out a back window and is sneaking away.
I suddenly worry that she silently left without me. I guess I was too pushy. I didn't even wait for her to agree to let me walk her home. If she does decide to go home on her own, it wouldn't be out of place, and I would have no right to complain anyway. If that's the case, wouldn't she have come to my classroom to give me back my manga first?
She didn't have enough time to read it.
Yeah.
Senpai?
Huh? No sooner do I hear her voice than I realize she's standing next to me, looking up. Where the hell did she come from? She really snuck up on me.
Shall we go?
That's the thing. People with one eye, you're deaf to their movements. Somehow. It's all part of having one gigantic eye.
Yeah, it's all part of being a victim of bullying, and she's got to avoid people.
Yeah. I look over and confirm that it is in fact next to me, then watch as she quickly leaves the campus, staring at the ground with an uneasy expression.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to see her mutant house.
It seems like she wants to avoid being seen.
Oh, we're gonna encounter the bully girl, aren't we?
Yeah. I continue after her, hauling the heavy paper bag alone. About 10 meters on, we turn down a narrow side road, and she slows down to a more normal pace, before turning back to look at me.
Oh, is this a new? Yeah, this is new.
Yeah, this is new.
Uh.
She seems to have forgotten what she was about to say.
You.
Oh, sorry for forcing you to do this. You must think I'm a jerk.
No, you're not a jerk. I wouldn't go that far.
But you are a dick. You're getting there.
I think I should go home alone. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
Huh. I seem to think about it a bit before thrusting the manga-filled bag at Sachi.
You want to go without me? Fine. Carry the burden.
She hurriedly throws out her arms to take it, but...
Right down
As I take
ground.
my hands off the bag, Sachi falls, forward under its weight. The bundle of books lands with a deep thump as it hits the ground. Yep, turns out she isn't an Amazon after all. See, it might be too heavy for you, right? That's why I'm carrying it for you. If you do hate me, though, you should say so.
Wow, just making her confront you instead
Yeah,
of just
it's so
leaving.
extreme! I pick up the bag of manga again.
But isn't it going to be a pain for you?
No, if it was a pain, I'd tell you. Don't worry about it, Sachi. Aren't I the one being a pain here?
Yes.
If you think about it, isn't following someone I barely know to her house kind of rude?
No, I don't mind if it's you following me to my house.
Really? Well, I'm glad then. So which way is it?
Points into the trees and down into a ditch.
This way, and then she points up.
Oh, that's even better. This way.
Alright, let's get going.
Okay.
The two of us start walking at a steady pace, side by side. Sachi takes short steps, but since I'm weighed down by the heavy books, I match her speed perfectly. What's up?
Which way is your house? If it's in the opposite direction, I mean, if that's the case, I can carry the manga on my own.
Interesting. Sachi started talking to me on her own.
Oh, she can talk.
That makes me strangely happy, even if it's only a minor thing.
Mamoru-senpai?
No worries. This isn't the street I usually take, but my house is in this direction. What street do you turn on?
I don't turn, the street changes, but basically I head in this direction the whole way.
So it's just a straight line.
I guess.
I see, that's good. My house is pretty much straight ahead, so we're probably right in the same neighborhood. Does it take long for you to get to school?
She lives in his basement.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if she's living in his house? Oh no. She's the ghost in the attic all along.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty close. It doesn't take too long or anything.
Is that so? Cool.
Isn't that heavy? I think I can help you carry it. Carry like one book.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's... Oh, wait, I'm doing his internal voice outside now. I'm telling you, it's fine. I did drag this all the way to school from my house this morning, you know?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Come on, I'm the one who invited myself to come along with you. So there's nothing you need to apologize for. You're not doing anything wrong.
Well, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Anyway, tomorrow's the weekend, isn't it? Don't worry about rushing through all the books just to get them back to me. You have plenty of time.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you.
Ta-da! The two of us lapse into silence, sorry, for a little while as we continue on. On the way, I noticed something. Even though we're generally headed in the same direction we were when we started, Sachi keeps changing streets. I think it's because she's avoiding streets with a lot of people on them. On top of that, whenever we get into to the end of a street, she bows her head as she walks, looking down at the ground.
Hiding her eye, yeah.
Hey, is your house on the other side of the shopping mall? I want her to stop looking down, so I try to strike up some conversation again.
No, we're not going that far. It's just a little farther from here. We should be able to see it soon.
I see. My house is a little ways behind us. It's a different street, but we really are in the same neighborhood.
Oh really? That's my house, over there.
The one with the slanted gate.
Slightly open, the perspective's just
Yeah, I know. She points at a house a little ways ahead of us. Oh? This is your place, huh? We arrive at a solitary, small, nondescript house.
Thank you very much. I can take them up to my room from here.
Okay, sure. I gently hand her the manga, being sure not to drop it into her arms this time. Then, with a metal clack, the door to Sachi's house opens.
Oh.
Surprised, the two of us turn towards the sound. The woman who comes out stares back at me for a moment, but she quickly focuses on Sachi, narrowing her eyes.
Aunt Mayumi, are you going out?
Sachi looks like she's about to cry as she lowers her head, trying to avoid looking at the woman. The person Sachi referred to as Aunt Mayumi is a slender woman with perfect posture and two normal eyes, instead of one giant eye.
What if she had two giant eyes?
She has four tiny eyes.
Oh. Yes, something urgent has come up at work. Sachi, who is this boy?
She looks me over from top to bottom, her face grave and unsmiling, and her eyes creep onto the bag I gave Sachi. She's beautiful, but her stare is so icy it sends shivers down my spine.
To be fair, it's like he brought like an unlabeled paper bag, and
Yeah.
I keep thinking like it probably looks like he bought something from a sex shop.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a little extreme.
I don't know. This from school, a student.
Sachi's voice is tiny, and she bows her head again, flustered. And I'm not sure the woman can hear her. Should I try to point that out? She turns to Sachi, but before she can speak, I open my own mouth. I'm Fukunaga Mamori. I recently transferred schools and met Sachi a few days ago. I came with her so I could carry the bag of books and manga I'm letting her borrow. I try to say this as politely as possible, but I'm probably talking way too quickly.
I see. Thank you for doing that for her, Mamoru-kun.
Her speech is polite, but she says this in a very flat tone, and it's hard to tell what she's thinking. Of course.
Now, I must get going. Sachi, since you're late, you'll have to eat alone. Okay.
With that, the woman rushes out of the house. I watch her for a bit until she turns the street corner, but she never looks back this way. A family member, right? You called her your aunt?
Yes, my mother's sister. I'm living with her right now.
Huh, I see. I want to ask her about family situation, but swallow the thought and ask what I think is more important. That woman, your Aunt Mayumi, does she treat you badly?
Huh? No, not at all. I can't really seem to get close to her, though.
Oh. I don't know if Sachi's bad at telling lies or not, but it doesn't seem like a lie, at least. She might be getting her injuries from being bullied at school, after all, but without knowing how her family treated her, I couldn't be sure.
Yeah, but we had a name for a bully, so it seemed like a more obvious part
probably.
of the plot.
And it's a character we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and someone else has been weird about that character.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going home. You can return the manga whenever.
Oh, sure. Really, thank you so much.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you.
Sachi hoists the bag of manga up with a grunt and heads inside. After making sure she made it inside all right, I start walking toward my own house. I'm worried that our relationship isn't coming along as well as I had hoped, but at least it doesn't seem like she's being abused by her family. At any rate, I think we've gotten just a little bit closer than we were before, and I smile as I think about that.
Well, maybe there was someone else in the house that beats the shit out of her.
Well, Jesus. I think... I don't know.
Different background.
Hey, she smiled.
Yeah.
Act 3, have one's eye on.
Chair.
Okay, do you want to call it...
Honestly, yeah,
yeah.
I got an early shift.
Yeah. The next day, Saturday, will have to wait. This is the save menu for this. This is so much sleeker than the bug one. Like,
yeah, but it's got less personality.
yeah, but it does have less personality. I had sent it when we first started this up. We didn't get it on camera, but this almost feels like the build, like especially like the way that it's functioning and like some of the menus especially makes me think that this is made in like a maker game. Like it's clearly not like an RPG maker game. I almost wanted to say that it feels like Ren'Py, but I don't think it's Ren'Py. Like some of these menus are different.
We're not
so
as
I'm actually
familiar
questioning.
with it,
yeah. No, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
No, I don't know.
I'm hoping that, like, I did say this earlier, but, like, I'm hoping that part of the plot development as this goes on is the main character realizing that he tends to be a little self-centered in the way he observes other people.
Yeah.
And I think Tomoyori is an interesting character. I really want to know if he is a zombie. I'm probably not... I don't think there's any other actual monster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like the way that they're presenting this, she is not actually a monster in any way. She is a human being, she just has a singular eye.
Yeah, we've just been incredibly cruel to this person with a birth defect.
Yeah, we are calling her a cyclopoid, and that's not what she is.
Yeah, and it's like, no one else has been a monster or even hinting at it. Like, I don't think that this bully girl is gonna show up and be a dragon.
Yeah.
Or a three-eyed girl or whatever we were joking.
Although if she shows up and she's a dragon, that will definitely be interesting.
But we do have this guy who's not only way more observant, but is willing to take the shit out of our prospective character and let him know he's being a dick sometimes.
Yeah. All right,
so it's like, I like him.
So do you have any other final thoughts?
I don't know. I'm liking what we're seeing so far.
Me too. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be a slightly longer kinetic novel than the other one that we've played so far. So I'm not sure if we'll finish this by the end of the month, but I think we might want to try.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, we do a lot of commentary through the lines, so it's like we make it longer.
Yeah. All right. I got nothing else. Do you?
Nah, you guys have a good waifu month.
Have a good night. Have a good waifu month. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.